Travelers, Epic Universe has dropped some epic news. So let's get a jump on it. Man, oh man, what a change of events for the old Epic Universe. Who would have thought? May 22nd was opening day. Everybody made their plans. Everybody made their hotel rooms. Everybody got their 3-day tickets. Everybody was waiting in anticipations. Now, there's been cast member and team member previews with families and friends, which has been fantastic, which we got to attend one of those. There's been the media events, which allowed videos to be released of everything that's happening in Epic Universe, which I think was fantastic. There's more previews and team member previews going on until April 16th. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Universal's Epic Universe makes a major change, which I was shocked and blown away. And I actually feel a little bad for some of my fellow friends out there that are vloggers and bloggers and content creators, because they had made plans for May 22nd, opening day. This was going to be the first day. I'm sure it's still the first day. I'm sure this is how Epic and Universal is going to celebrate the 22nd. But they've changed plans. As of April 17th, if you have a resort reservation with Universal or Epic Universe or any of the Universal hotels, you may have a chance to visit Epic Universe. How about that? How about that? You may have a chance starting April 17th to visit Epic Universe without having to wait till May 22nd. I think this comes out of left field. Maybe, I'm sure this was their plan all along. They had to have had this plan. I mean, it's a beautiful park. It is absolutely glorious. It's everybody, this is the new girl in school, the new car on the block, this is the new shiny penny. Everybody wants to see it. But I'm really surprised they've moved it up this far to the 17th. So what we have learned, and this is why you have a travel agent, and I've talked to my travel agent. You know, our travel agent of choice is Melanie, and I'll link her information down below. But I texted her today. I said, okay, how does all this work? So what she had discussed with me, and I'm going to go just as that. I asked her, okay, so with the Epic change starting the 17th, is it just the big hotel, which is the Grand Halio Hotel, or is it Stella Nova, or Terra Luna? Is it just those hotels that can get tickets? And can you buy just a single day ticket, or does it have to be a multi-day ticket? And she came back with some information that I found very, very interesting about this whole Epic change and Epic opening kind of early, but not really early, not before the official date, but you can see it before the official date. I mean, it's almost a whole month before May 22nd. She comes back and tells me, so if you have a hotel reservation on property, we'll let that sink in a little bit, on property, Universal property, that's Cabana Bay, that's the Hard Rock, Pacific Royale, that's Endless Summer Nights, on property. From what I am understanding, you have to go, you can go to the vacation planning desk in the lobby the day of check-in to see if they have tickets available. You have to have a hotel reservation before you can buy the tickets. So you have to have a reservation. You have to have checked in, and then you can buy your tickets, which I think smart move, Universal. I love it. Fill the resorts. This might be an easy way to fill those resorts right now. You can buy a one-day ticket. Doesn't have to be a multi-park ticket, but a one-day ticket to Epic Universe. But here's the catcher. If they are available, they have to be available. they have to maybe not be in concurrence with the Easter weekend. And I just thought about that. Is the Easter weekend included in that? Because I have seen some talk on the boards and chatter that Easter weekend isn't included. So I have to get with, now there's another, that's why I said I'd have to contact Melanie to find out if Easter weekend is available. But the tickets have to be available when you check in. You have to check in by day for availability. So if you've got a 3-day stay, you got to check every day to see if there's availability. Or there may be availability and you get the tickets that first day. The planning desk usually open at 7, so they need to be there early. So you guys need to be at the planning desk at 7 if you're trying to use this as a way to go see Epic early. I would honestly probably do this. If I knew I could stay at Terra Luna, I think I looked at the prices. They were like $130 a night. Endless Summer Nights is probably a little cheaper than that. So you're kind of hedging your bets. And to be honest with you, I think Universal wants as many people in that park before the grand opening so they can make sure everything is running well, everything's smooth, all the cast members are comfortable, team members as they like to call them over there. I think this is a great plan by Universal to have done this. I then go on, and that's any Universal resort, Cabana Bay, Endless Summer, that's what I asked her, and that officially begins the 17th of April. So that is when is the 17th of April? Let me check my calendar here. 17th of April is next Thursday. So when you guys are watching this Friday, that is next Thursday, less than 7 days, that you could get a chance to go see Epic Universe without having to wait to opening day. So that is what she is understanding, and that is what Universal is telling them. And she told me to tell you this, guys. Make sure you say that the preview tickets have to be purchased day of use. Day of use. So you can't early advance pay. You can't early advance purchase day of use. That's the only way to get them, unless, always caveats. There's always caveats to everything. Unless you're a pass holder, which you may have already have your tickets, military freedom ticket holder, or Universal Visa holders. So I believe you can buy those tickets early from what I'm understanding here. There's also no guarantee they will have tickets available based on how quickly they sell out. So remember, it's not the 3 Epic Universe hotels and resorts. It's all of Universal. So that is a lot of rooms. So if you are wanting to see Epic Universe before May 22nd, and you want to try some of that fantastic food, and you want to go see the portals, which some of you folks have asked me, which is my favorite portal and which is my least favorite portal. I will have to say my favorite portal, after thinking, after sleeping on it, a couple days after preview, it has to be the Isle of Berk, How to Tame Your Dragon. Absolutely floored me, blew me away. Absolutely love that land. My least favorite, and I hate to say it because it was, I wanted to love this so bad, was Dark Universe. Just was not my favorite portal, not my favorite land. It looked great, but as one of our travelers said, they're not really sure how it translates when there's a beautiful blue sunny skies outside. At night, this land is probably phenomenal, especially with the burning windmill blade up there catching on fire. Only problem I had with it was you could actually hear and see the buses on the road that's right outside of that area. And the ride. Here's a little disclaimer. Here's a little inside information. Well, not really inside. Just if you don't want to know about the ride, turn your volume down right now. Okay, so let's talk about the ride. I love the ride. The Kuka arm, you really do move around a lot on the Kuka arm. Loved it. If you've been on Harry Potter, you'll know what that's like. The one thing I didn't care about this ride is they made Frankenstein a nice guy. They made him a nice guy. And he's under the control of the lady there, and whatever her name is. I'm not true to the story. And I wanted to see more of the Creature of the Black Lagoon. I only seen him one time. But maybe if I write it again, I don't know. But I thought it would be more monsterish, but it's more of a story of trying to be in control of all the monsters, which I didn't like. The monsters, you can't control the monsters. So that's the only thing I didn't like. Other than that, I thought the land might be a little tight, but we shall see. So if you guys happen to go before the 22nd, let us know in the comments down below, or let us know over on our Facebook page. Don't forget, on our Facebook group, go over there and join. You can tell us all about your epic adventures. Okay, now we're back to the regular video, so now you can turn your volume back up now. There you go. You didn't hear the spoilers. I didn't want to give you any spoilers on my Dark Universe take, but that is my take on that. But this came out of, I'm sure Universal had this planned all along, and everything was running smoothly, and they said, you know what? We think we can go ahead and let some more people in and test this area. So this hotel offer that Universal has come up with is a game changer. I believe it's a game changer. I think it's going to be very busy. I think it's going to be, sorry about that. I think it's just, I'm so excited. My mouth's getting dry. I'm just like, this is exciting news. So everybody that had to wait till the 22nd, now you don't have to wait. There's a way to get around it if you can possibly get tickets. That would be the only caveat, the only suspense. Am I going to get tickets when I make my Cabana Bay reservations, when I make my Terra Luna reservations? I don't know how it works. I'm sure everything's on an equal playing field, but would the people at Hard Rock have a better chance of getting tickets than the people at Endless Summer Nights? Or the people at the new Stella Nova, which is also opening early? Not the Stella Nova, but the Grand Helios, which was supposed to be May 22nd, but now it's opening April 17th. So now you can, I already checked, and those room rates are like $500 a night right now, but you got a back entry into the park. Probably the best hotel there to get into that park. So would you have a better benefit of staying there to maybe acquire tickets? Or is it one of those, if you're staying here, you're going to get a ticket? I don't know. You can find out. That's why we have a travel agent. Make sure you contact Melanie or even your travel agent just to see what's going on. But I talk to Melanie all the time. I text her all the time. I've always told her she could fire me as a client because I ask her questions constantly and she knows that. So Melanie, thank you so much for not only being our travel agent, but for being a great friend of ours. So this is a big change that is coming to Epic Universe next week. So when you guys are watching this, be ready. You've probably already read some of the information. Your favorite vloggers or bloggers or content creators have probably shared this with you, but I wanted to share it with you because I was sitting here. And then not only top of that, Disney releases the Grand Floridian concept sketch for the new lobby. We'll talk about that next. I need to absorb that. Because we will talk about that on next week's Coffee Talk, because we're going to have a Coffee Talk next week. We're going to talk about the Grand Floridian lobby refurbishment. Concept art. Okay, I'm not even getting into it. We're going to talk about that next week. Because I got some more Pez dispensers I got to show you guys. But this epic news is epic. I'm just excited for this. So if you get a chance, let us know. Like I said, in these comments of this video, or in the comments over on our Facebook group. We'd love to hear all about it. If you've been to Epic, we'd always love to hear all about it too. Some people have always previewed it. And because fellow travelers get to see stuff sometimes before other folks, so that's really nice. So if you're not yet a fellow traveler and want to find out all this information, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. I want to thank all of our page members. Thank you so much for all your support. It really does go a long way. It helps us make content like this and to go visit other places. So thank you so much for that. But travelers, this is pretty epic news. So if you were planning on going to Epic Universe and you said, oh, I have to wait till May 22nd when they officially open. No, you don't. Now you got a chance. So if you're coming to Orlando, before May 22nd and you're thinking, maybe I'll try to get into Epic Universe. Good luck to you. Let us know how it goes. And travelers, until next time, like we always say, travel and adventure is out there.